Our last morning here in Shallow Bay. Then we're gonna head over to Garrison. We left Sucia, specifically Shallow Bay. We had a great time there exploring, going on the trails and taking a ride around the outside of the island where you can see all the rock formations, and met up with a couple friends and made it through low tide. We only had like 5 feet underneath us, so that made John a little bit nervous. Now we're on our way to Garrison. The weather is turning a little bit. We're going to get quite a bit of wind, so Garrison Bay is a little bit more protected, so hopefully we won't be moving as much. Okay, change of plans. We decided to anchor in Roche Harbor and stay here for 1 or 2 nights until the wind kind of dies down a little bit, and then we'll head back out maybe to Stuart Island or Peytos. So
expert opinion says that it's fine.
It's fine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Talking to yourself?
I'm talking to myself.
Warning, for sensitive viewers, crab were caught and eaten in this video. For everyone else, they were delicious. Don't forget to subscribe.
So the windlass started to escape and the chain just started gushing out, so John had to tighten up the winch. So we've got this amazing rainbow over Roche Harbor. Are you ready for some oysters?
Absolutely. Here comes yum.
Westcott Bay is one of our favorite places to enjoy when we're over at Roche Harbor. So, yum.
Alright, I'm making up for my mistakes. I got the San Juan Island lager. Yum. And the last oyster is...
Mine. They also have this great outdoor dining area.
Those are all oyster shells. They look like rocks, but they're not. And right at the bed, this massive farm that they have.
And today was low tide, so you could see all the oyster beds exposed down below. And the guys were just getting ready to go back out and work on them. They had all the oyster beds stacked up all along the dock as we were getting ready to leave. Then I had dinner with this handsome guy at McMillan's.
Best seats in the house. They even piped the music in for colors up in McMillan's, and check out the view.
Okay, so we left Roche Harbor and we anchored the first night and then spent 2 nights on the dock. Our friends were there, so we've been having a good time with them this last week. So they're headed back home and we are headed over to Stuart Island and we're going to anchor in Reid Harbor.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Karlynn's first time there, and I honestly can't remember going there when I was a kid, so I feel like it's brand new for me too.
Yeah. So arrived at Stuart Island and it's only a hop, skip, and a jump from Roche Harbor, and we realized that Reid Harbor was kind of busy.
Fucking COVID.
Turns back down.
There was a huge bee buzzing around on the inside of the bridge that was driving me crazy. Get out. Damn bee.
Yeah, he's pissing me off. Oh, can you turn on the windlass? Thanks.
We enjoyed a nice, calm, relaxing evening. We then hopped on the dinghy to go check on our crab pot that we had dropped earlier in the evening when the tides were exchanging. Okay, we're gonna pick up our crab pot and we'll find out if it's winner, chicken dinner. Right, babe? Look at
Chicken
me.
of the sea.
Chicken of the sea?
Actually, it's not it. That'd be tuna, but you guys get it. That is a big pull.
That's a big pull. Holy, it's heavy.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Those could make a lot of Krabby Patties. Depends on how many males and females there are.
Yeah, true. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take
The biggest one, she's a bitch. Has to go back.
That her? That's not her, that's a he.
Oh, is it? Oh, yes. Score!
That's not a keeper, he's too small.
Too small.
Okay.
Go back and make more babies.
Another male.
Yeah.
With you. Another male. Look at that meat. So we've got some big guys in here.
Okay.
And
oh, check this one right here.
another male.
Okay.
That could be the 5th, but you want to toss them back?
Why?
Well, you only have 5 a day, right? I think that's your limit.
5 a day, that's for each person,
Each,
right?
yeah, right. But look at the claws on him. I don't know. What do you think?
Throw them back.
Think so? Looks about, whatever.
What about this one?
Yeah, okay, let me weed through the pack here. There's a lot of these about. I think this one is your female. Oh, balls. That's a guy.
Woo!
We're killing it right now. Okay, we've thrown back 3 so far. We have 5 in the bucket, right?
Yep.
Where's jockeying for position? You are getting
That one's
thrown over
definitely
no matter
going
what.
back.
Yeah.
And
That female. It's a double throwback.
That one too. That one's going back.
There's a male.
It's throwback.
It's your lucky day, buddy. Another male. We did well.
We did awesome. You picked it, John. You said, I feel good about this spot. And I think you nailed it. Don't kiss it. Should have brought more bait.
Shit balls.
What was that? The only last piece of bait that we had?
Sorry. Try to get back.
Okay, well, I guess we'll have to drop it again tomorrow morning.
Well, we're going to drop it now.
Come back and fill it?
Yeah.
That sounds good.
So we've received some questions about our background in boating. And I was like raised on a boat. I was in diapers, literally an infant. And folks had old Woodies and then graduated into fiberglass boats. Most of the time we had, I think the first one was a Trojan, and they had a bunch of Carvers, and we ended up with a Tollycraft that we actually co-owned together. So, my first job was at a marina. I pumped fuel, so that kind of endeared me to boats. And then I also worked at a boatyard. I didn't do anything fun. I was the kid that scraped the bottom of the boat and would repaint them, so I've probably inhaled my share of lead, but you know, this is how you roll. But I have to admit, after all the years I've boated and done lake boating and a couple boats at Karlynn, or I guess 3 boats now that Karlynn and I have owned together, I'm learning every day. There's so much to know, and I'm constantly absorbing information from other people that are learning new things, or they're teaching me things that have been around a long time that I know nothing about. Yeah.
My boating experience, well, I started as a kid, but that was in Moses Lake and fishing just in the lake, so in a little rowboat. So that was my first experience. And then, so then we had the lake boat, and then we had Great Falls that we had for 2 years, but we just mainly went to marinas. I didn't know any different because I hadn't really done that type of boating before. And doing the San Juan Islands is all still kind of new to me. So
This is my first time on Stuart Island. John was trying to remember, have I been to Stuart? Maybe as a kid, and then it started to come back, and so...
I just talked to Dad, and I was telling Karlynn a story about, we had a huge raft of probably 6 boats when I was a kid, and the anchor kept dragging at night. We were on the shore, all the families, and Dad had to like row out as fast as he possibly could before, you know, the boats got dragged onto shore. He'd fire up the one center boat, which was ours, and drag it forward. But that was back in the day of just old Danforths, and they were crappy, especially if there was grass on the bottom, which there is in this particular bay. But sure enough, I called Dad and just said, gosh, is that the bay that happened? Because I was super young and I didn't know if I was making it up. And he said, yep, it's Reid Harbor on Stuart Island. So, but it's kind of fun for all those things. But we didn't anchor out that much when I was a kid because the gear kind of stunk and
they didn't have rockness back then.
Right, and yeah, we just weren't really good at it either. I mean, I'm sure that there's a lot of people that did just fine with it, but it was more difficult. So this has been a whole new experience. We love dropping the hook. It's so much easier.
Yeah.
Than
we're getting really good at it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, knock on
practice
something.
Makes perfect. Walking Dead. Congratulations, you've survived the hill. Water's just ahead, but this is not an ordinary year. Drink at your own risk. The water is pure, but we have no way of sanitizing the dispenser valve button. That's this over here.
Yeah.
That's why I brought my own. Okay. How much are t-shirts? And they even have a measuring tape so you can know what size you are. There you go.
At the top of the hill, they had the museum and the schoolhouse, which you could go into, but there was somebody already in there, so we decided to skip it.
Okay, we're at the other end of Stuart. We haven't made it to the lighthouse quite yet, but the view up here is just spectacular. It's amazing. There it is. You see it?
I do.
Ta-da! We made it.
We did. I'm not gonna believe it till I see it though.
Let's go check it out. See what we've got over here. Building's closed, so we can't go in this time of year, but COVID time of year, yeah. Not a bad place to stay. You're the lighthouse guy. Look at this cute little thing. Not for drinking or cooking. Okay, let's go down here. There it is. We made it all the way to the light station. They better not be going to Canada. Get in trouble. Let's just say he's going around the island. We did it. We hiked 3 miles up here. Now we need to hike 3 miles back.
Most of it's downhill then.
That's true. We did the hard part first.
That's right. That's my life story.
Let's go have a snack. So this is one thing that we found along the way. I have no idea what kind it is or how long it has been here, but it has been here a very long time. It looks kind of creepy. It looks very creepy. Yeah, I think we'll go back on the trail. Okay, here's a sign. Shows where Turn Point Lighthouse is 1.5 miles from here. And then heading back to Reid Harbor, where we are anchored, is 0.7 miles. And we are headed back. Yay! I'm hot, I'm tired, and I'm hungry. Okay, so we dropped a crab pot 3-4 hours ago. It is, I don't know, 8 o'clock. And so we're gonna see if we got anything over here. You never know what you're gonna get. Is it jackpot? I would say it's a jackpot. Holy shit, look at that big one.
Wow, look at that. I feel good about this.
I feel pretty good.
Hopefully we're not talking females, but
Well, there's that.
yeah.
But
It's not bad. It's not a bad pull. We went outside of the norm because everybody else. That's our buoy right there. Our fat finger. This is where everybody else went, over next to this island over here. So we broke the tradition.
Okay, so this is our last night in Reid Harbor, Stuart Island. We just caught another batch of crab, so I'm excited about that. Let me show you my loot. So we have 8 of them in here, and we're gonna have them for dinner tomorrow because they're delicious. Okay, this is the other side of Stuart Island on Roche Harbor, and you've got moorage here and anchorage and linear moorage. So this is another popular spot that people like to come to that is pretty well protected. So had to come over and see this part of the island. They also have campsites available and pit toilets, and they do have water, which is good, but all your garbage, you have to pack it in and pack it out. So it's a very pretty island. Made it back to the other side. It's Reid Harbor, and John's gonna come back and pick me up for my walk. It's a nice little walk. Got several trails that go around the island, but they're pretty hilly, so it's a good workout. Okay, and over here you have a restroom. Got more campsites, more trails. We've got the pay station over here for moorage and camping, and then I'll come around the front and I'll show you a map of the island and the trails that they have. Head back down to the dock. John's gonna pick me up, and it's really steep. Just to kind of give you a visual here on the way down. First one isn't so bad. Second one's really steep. I can imagine on a frosty day it'd be kind of slick. We're gonna pull up our anchor, and I think we're gonna head back to Sucia on the other side because it's gonna get a little windy, so we're gonna anchor, not sure what cove yet, but that is the plan. But before we pull up our anchor, we've got some crab to take care of that we picked up last night, so we got to get those ready to go. Get them out of the bucket and put them in the Instant Pot and cook them up. Then later I'll pick at them and get all the meat out. That's the plan. Okay, John is cleaning up the last crab, and I'm getting ready to cook them. I've got the first batch in the Instant Pot. So I've found that the Instant Pot works great for everything. I highly recommend it, whether you are on a boat or have your own kitchen. It works great for everything. And I'll put a link down below for that, the one that I use. I know it can be intimidating at first to use it, but once you get used to it, it's amazing.
Karlynn's finishing up the last of the Dungeness in the Instant Pot, which has been an instant success in our boat. Between making chili or ribs or doing crab super fast. And when we do the kill on the crab, we do the underside nerve points to kill them as quickly and humanely as possible. And then we just boil the halves, as you can see with Karlynn. And once they cool off, so they won't burn through the bags, we'll put them in plastic bags, throw them in the Yeti, and from there we'll chow on them.
Delicious.
Of course, the next part is we have to break them all apart. So, not to complain, but it's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot of fun.
That's funny.
It's my hobby.
Yeah.